fellow cinema enthusiasts, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today is Classic Movie Thursdays here on my channel, my version of Throwback Thursdays. And today's movie I will be reviewing for you is Key Largo. And Key Largo was a request by the YouTube user BluesMachine100. He left that in the comments of one of my videos and I am reviewing it for him. So Key Largo is a film noir from 1948. It stars Humphrey, Bogart, Lauren Bacall, Lionel Barrymore, Claire Trevor, and Edward G. Robinson. It takes place, big shock here, down in Key Largo in Florida. Humphrey Bogart's character Frank goes down to Key Largo to see his war buddy George's father and George's wife, his widow, Nora, played by Lauren Bacall. Nora run a hotel, but it's closed for the season. Nobody's coming down there. When he gets down there, Frank sees that there's a big storm coming and also that there are a few seedy characters down in the bar area. They look like these tough guys, and then there's this woman who is played by Claire Trevor, who is obviously an alcoholic. Her name is Gay Dawn, and she is a mall for Edward G. Robinson's gangster character, Johnny Rocco. And Johnny is upstairs in a bath smoking a cigar when we first see him. He's trying to cool off. It's very hot down in Key Largo at this time, and they're looking to do some kind of like gangster deal, and Edward G. Robinson is not really allowed back in the States. He's been living in Cuba, and he needs to make a deal, and he's just waiting for that to go through, and then he can leave the hotel. But for the time being, they've trapped Nora and George's father and Frank now in this hotel. To make matters worse for this situation, the local sheriff and his deputy come walking around because they were looking for two Native American men who escaped their custody, and they were only brought up on minor charges. They just want the Native Americans to surrender, and they know that during hurricanes a group of Native Americans comes and stays at the hotel. So they just let James, Lionel Barrymore, they let James know that if they see the two Native American boys who escaped, to just, you know, surrender, to just come in. They're not gonna be in like huge gigantic trouble. When Johnny's men see that the police are snooping around, they hit one of the officers on the head and kill him, and now they have to get rid of the body. So to make a long story short, at the end of the movie, Frank saves the day, and him and Nora fall in love. Big shot there. It's Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart. It's one of their many movies they made together. So of course they're gonna fall in love. I have owned Key Largo for quite a few years. I had watched it once before I watched it again for BlueMachine100, and I don't remember why I bought Key Largo. I think I just bought it because I was on like a Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart like spree. I don't really think Key Largo is that great of a movie. It didn't really hold my attention. I don't know if it was just because I was like kind of tired when I was watching this. Sorry, BluesMachine100 for, you know, watching this and not kind of like being in the mood to really watch it. But also I did want to see it because I hadn't seen it in a long time, but I don't know if that sounds right. They're like I'm all contradictory and all over the place. But there was just something about it that really just didn't hold my attention. I do like Humphrey Bogart, I do like Lauren Bacall, I do like Lionel Atwell and Edward G. Robinson, but I think because maybe it wasn't in like, you know, the traditional gangster film noir kind of thing where it takes place in the city, maybe that just didn't hold my attention. And it is based on a play, so like you can definitely tell because it takes place all in like one space. It takes place in the hotel, so usually I don't mind that. Like if a movie comes from a stage play, and obviously you can tell that it's from a stage play because it takes place, you know, like maybe one or two different sceneries, you know, like one or two different locations within, you know, like a house or something. I didn't mind that. I really don't know why I wasn't hooked on Key Largo, and I'm sorry that, you know, I was tired when I watched it and I don't have a better opinion on it. I mean, would I sit through Key Largo again? I mean, I do owe the movie. Yeah, I guess I would. I would want to sit down and watch it because I'd want to see if I liked it more. I mean, I've seen it twice now, and you know, I know the story a little bit better. So maybe again, I'll watch it some other time down the road. Maybe I'll like it a little bit more. Definitely not upset that Blues Machine 100 requested this, because I actually wanted to watch it because I hadn't seen it in so long. So I was like, yeah, let's review it. So thanks, Blues Machine 100. So, you know, Key Largo is definitely worth watching. Again, you know, you have a great cast. You have Lauren Bacall, Humphrey Bogart, Lionel Barrymore, Claire Trevor, Edward G. Robinson, a couple of other actors in this movie. All really, really good, really excellent. They did really, really well with each other. I really like seeing Lionel Barrymore with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall and Edward G. Robinson. I think he was kind of interesting to throw in that noir mix there, because I'm so used to seeing him from like silent movies and movies in the 30s. So I like seeing him thrown into this noir genre. John Huston directed this film, and I love John Huston as a noir director. He made so many great film noirs, and I love his style. You know, he really knew how to capture everybody in the film, like all his characters, expressions, their feelings, you know, everything that a good director should. But he really was good at getting to the nitty-gritty and getting the nitty-gritty on camera of all these characters, the nitty-gritty of these film noir stories that, you know, like just Johnny Rocco wasn't a good man and his gang was no good either, and Claire Trevor's character wasn't good at all. She was an alcoholic, and, you know, she was like a gangster's mom, you know, like in the 40s and late 40s, even in the 40s, early 40s, and then into the 50s, or people like Gay Dawn would not be well accepted in society. So I liked how he was able to really get a good performance out of Claire Trevor, and actually she won Best Supporting Actress for this. Definitely deserved it. I actually did like perk up and really pay attention when she came on, I guess because she was making quite a lot of a ruckus within these like quiet characters. So she was excellent. John Huston was just great. I really, really like his direction. So even if you're like, you know, maybe you're not into Lauren Bacall or Humphrey Bogart, but if you're into John Huston, you're into the noir genre, definitely check out Key Largo. So that was my review / definite rambling. Sorry if I wasn't coherent on that. A review of Key Largo, and again, thank you Blues Machine 100 for requesting Key Largo. I'm very happy I sat through this film for the first time in a really long time. I enjoyed watching it, even if it may not sound like I did, but I did. And if you guys are like Blues Machine 100, if you have any suggestions of what I should watch, be them classic movies, new movies, leave them there, and if I pick your movie and I watch it and I review it, I'll give you guys a shout out, you know, like Blues Machine 100, keep saying the name, go check them out. You know, I'll give you a shout out just like I did for him. And if you guys have seen Key Largo, let me know what you think. Maybe I missed something, maybe I just don't, you know, I'm not getting something in this movie. Let me know and we'll just discuss this movie. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for other Classic Movie Thursdays and other Let's Get Real movie reviews, because that is what I like to do here. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.